Welcome to the last module. In the fourth module, we'll be talking about visuals and design, logo design principles, colors, and photography. Logo design. Most of the customer will be attracted to our brand visually. Logo is the face of a brand. A well-designed great logo will create a great appealing brand image, while poorly designed logo will break the brand image. This is why it's essential for us to understand the reasoning and the principle behind creating a successful logo. Let's first identify what is a logo. A logo might be a symbol, a word mark, or both of them combined. A logo also can be a letter mark. A letter mark is the first letter of your brand name. Now let's understand what makes a great logo. A great logo identifies your brand mission instead of describing your business. The swoosh symbol and the tilt of Nike font identify Nike as an action friend. We clearly don't see any shoe or sport product in their logo, but we identify their logo as a sport and action brand. A great logo is not an illustration or a logo that describes what a brand does. A great logo is simple, bold, easy to read and remember. Facebook logo is simple, easy, clear, bold, which makes it easier for us to remember and understand. A very complicated, busy logo, very hard for us to read, and we won't be able to remember. Second, logo fonts. There are three types of logo fonts. The first type of font is serif font. Serif font means that the letter have a tooth at the end of the letter. Serif font stands for classical, traditional, stylish, and elegant. The second type of font is sans serif font. This type of font doesn't have the tooth at the end of the letter. Sans serif font stands for modern, informal, and simple. And the third type of font is transcript. It stands for casual, loose, playful, and flow. Third, logo direction. Oblique font logo with triangular shapes tend to be more aggressive and more in action, while rectangular boxy logo tend to be more solid and bold, while circular or curvy logo tend to be more peaceful, friendly, and joyful. Number 4. Logo color. People perceive colors as symbols that describe psychological and emotional meaning. In choosing our color, we have to think about 2 points. The first is cultural point. Colors in some culture might have different meaning than other culture. For example, let's look at the color white. In the Western culture, white might mean marriage and happiness, while in the Asian culture, it means death and sadness. The second factor we have to think about while we're choosing our color is our surrounding environment. From the first day we come to life, our brains start to analyze the environment around us and start to connect colors with emotion and assign symbol to them. So when you look at white, we think pure. And when we look at hot fire, we assign red and orange as warm colors. So when you look at the picture of fall, you would perceive it as a warm environment. This is why brands use warm light to light their store, which create a feeling of warmth and inviting environment. Before we enter a market, it's very important for us to understand the culture and the environment of that market. It's also very important to understand we should not use a color just for the sake of liking or loving that color, but we have to choose a color that sends the right brand message of our brand to our audience. Now, there are also some general guidelines for choosing a color. These guidelines are commonly used in some industries, but always remember they are only tools and they are not rules. My advice to you is to always understand the psychological and environmental meaning of colors for that specific target audience. These guidelines are: yellow describe optimism, warmth, and clarity, while orange describe friendly, confident, and cheerful. Red is a bold and exciting color, while purple is creative and imaginative color. Blue is for trust and strength, while green is peaceful, healthy, and growth. And finally, gray and black are simple and elegant. There is really no specific color or specific font type for specific industries. As you can see that all these brands are fashion brands, while each brand has its own font and its own color. While you see that Zara is more elegant and stylish, Diesel is more a bold brand, while H&M is more casual brand. As we said, the entire image of our brand should be consistent with our positioning and how the brand identifies itself in the market and what is the personality of our brand. My advice to you would be is to study your competition, study their color, study their style, and then come up with something different that make you stand out from the competition. We don't want to copy the competition. We want to be different from the competition. Number 5, stand out. As you can see, the market is full of brands and advertisements. It's very hard for the human brain to read all this data, so our brain will filter all the noisy and unclear information and only focus on the bold, big, clear information. Always consider your logo design to be shown on big scale, medium scale, and in small scale. Try to look at all these logos and see which logo is bold and clear and it pops into your eyes, and which logo is busy and unclear that your eyes will ignore it. Successful brand logos are well designed to attract your eyes. And finally, number 6, be consistent. Remember that your logo should be seen in many places. It might be seen in busy places such as the market, or from long distance like advertisement on the street, or on your product or on your social media page. Keep it simple, bold, clear, and relative to your brand positioning and personality. To summarize this chapter, a great logo identifies our brand and does not describe what it does. Simple, consistent, and bold logo are easier to stand out, be remembered, and understood. Photography. After designing our logo and choosing our color, it's the time to choose our image style. Images and photography plays an important role in communicating our message with our customers. There are 2 types of photography. First is product photography. Product photography could be shown with a model or without a model. For products that require a model, try to show the entire model and the product. In this way, people will be able to relate your product to their entire body. Keep your images simple with clean background, and always provide multiple angles of your product. Remember that this photo purpose is to sell your product. Your website should be providing the customer with retail store experience. Customers should be able to inspect the product from all angles, read all the important information, and be able to relate the product to themselves as they are trying it in the store. Avoid complicated, unclear, or too much acting poses. Since exaggerated poses might be distracting, it might shift the focal point from the product to the model. Remember, our goal is to sell the product, so the product is the focal point. If you feel that the product doesn't have to be related to the entire body, then you can always shoot product. Again, we need to shoot the product from different angle, and we need to be careful about our lighting and our background. We need a clear, clean background. Avoid busy or complicated photos. The photo job is not to be a poster. The photo job is to be bold, clear, and clean. And as you recall, our photos have to be consistent with our brand message. It's all about our personality and the desire we're trying to satisfy. In Häagen-Dazs ice cream, the pictures are designed to make you desire to eat ice cream, while these photos lack design and they don't communicate the message of a brand. The second type of photography is storytelling photography. This type of photography is usually used in advertisement or designing posters. We're not trying to show the product directly, but we're trying to use the product as a hero of the story or as a tool for the hero of the story to accomplish a specific mission or to inspire a specific type of lifestyle. Storytelling image is a great tool to express and show the brand image and relate it to the customers. My advice to you is to hire a professional photographer. In these days, hiring professional photography is really not expensive. You can always communicate with a freelancer to take the photos that you need. Please pay attention to the visual of your brand, since visuals are the first element that interact with your customers.